Hi YouTube and welcome back to my World of Warcraft on Wednesdays. As you recall from the last episode, we had just finally found the air spirit that we were looking for, and the air spirit was being terrorized by this big dragon that I am now in the middle of fighting. And the way to defeat the dragon, as you can see here, is we have these pots of basically fireworks, and I have to wait until the dragon is directly above before I shoot the fireworks off. However, I have to be careful because the dragon shoots these kind of pools of electricity at you, and so I have to be careful because I've already died once. I've kind of actually cut the sequence out because this is actually an extremely long battle. I think altogether it took like 20 or 25 minutes to defeat this dragon between myself, and then I have Ji Firepaw and Aysa as well fighting with me together. And like I said, I've already died once, and it was a pretty long sequence just to get to that part. So I've kind of cut that out already, and as you can see here, I'm trying to survive the electricity a little bit while trying to get these firecrackers shot up at the dragon at the same time. But that's exactly how I died the first time, is I kind of stayed into the electric fields a little too long. But so here you can see that we're doing that, and actually Ji Firepaw and Aysa are also helping with the fireworks. And then here we eventually got the dragon kind of down to the ground where we can actually hit on him. So here the three of us are kind of hitting him as much as we can, but then eventually the dragon recovers and kind of blows us away, and goes back to circling over this field while we're trying to hit him with the fireworks again. And you can see here, I mean, he's barely half health right now, and it's taken us this long to get him down, and that's after me taking about 10 minutes of footage already out of this video. So you can see how long of a battle this is, this ultimately ends up being. But it's sort of like the ultimate battle, kind of a boss battle, if you will, here. And finally, here we finally defeated the dragon. I kind of again cut past a lot of the action there, because again it was just kind of a lot of running around with the fireworks and trying to avoid the electric fields. So now that we've done that, and the air spirit apparently just kind of magically gets back to the temple, we have our Master Sheng Xi here with the next quest, and getting us into the next round of things, now that we've kind of rescued or returned all of the spirits to the temple. And I'm assuming that since we're not escorting the air spirit back to the temple, that he just kind of goes on his own. He is an air spirit after all. Alright, so now we're having to go with the Master Sheng Xi now, and he's going to have us do yet another challenge up here in a second. We have to just go up these stairs, and there's another challenge, and then there's a couple more quests that he is going to have us go on as well, and so we're going to go ahead and just kind of go through all of that in this episode. And then in the next episode we kind of get the big reveal of what's kind of going on with the Wandering Isle, and why we've kind of been doing all these quests in the first place. But one thing at a time. So here we have a kind of a stone-looking like guardian, and we have to defeat him in order to get past and get into these gardens where the next set of quests are. And here you can see I'm kind of I just got a new cloak, and so I thought, you know, better have the best equipment on me that I possibly can, since I'm having to defeat this guy. Might as well be as well equipped as possible. Thankfully he's not too tough. He's nowhere near as tough as that dragon that I was just fighting with Ji and Aysa, so just kind of a big stone lion there. Living stone lion. Alright, so now we've gotten into these kind of sacred gardens. Alright, so here we go with the next set of quests and things. There's only a couple of them. We have to collect some talismans, and we have to defeat some annoying little wood sprites, or whatever they're called. Little pesky guys. Scamps, they're called. They're okay. Lots of these little talismans hanging off the trees, though, so that one's a really easy gather quest. And you can see there's a big red hot, there's a red hot air balloon in the background, and we'll be traveling on that in the next episode. So we won't be doing that in this episode, unfortunately, but that's going to be part of the big reveal as to what's going on with everything. So look forward to that next week. In the meantime, we have to go ahead and get rid of the rest of these scamps in these woods and pick up some more talismans for the ceremony, or the ritual that Master Sheng Xi is needing the talismans for. And these guys are really annoying because they spawn more. Like, you fight them, you fight one and it spawns two other ones. I mean, the ones that it spawns are fairly weak, but still, here you can see I got overpowered pretty quickly, and I died. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna run back, get my body back. Always consult the map several times to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yep, got stuck by a wall there. Ghosts can run in water, but we can't run through walls, apparently. Alright, so we are back. And, yep, there's another scamp already. Annoying little guys. Not as bad as the monkeys that jump on your back, but still. Here, see, he generated 2 more scamps. Thankfully, once you defeat the main one, the other 2 die pretty quickly. But they hit just as hard, or almost as hard as the original, so... There, I kind of skipped past a whole bunch of that, because it was just like one endless fight after another. Plus, I think I also did some mining and some herb gathering as well, so I kind of cut out some of that. No need to watch me gathering copper and such. And there, I'm kind of looking at the balloon again, because I'm like, that's kind of a pretty one. Nice view there. I got some kites flying. Looks like a nice day. Alright, so I was looking at my quest sheet here, and I'm like, do I actually have everything? Or do I need some more? I think I needed to kill a few more scamps. So before I turn in the one, I want to make sure I turn in all the quests at the same time. I'm anal like that. I kind of like getting everything on my to-do list done and then turning it all in at the same time. It's just sort of a thing with me. So here I'm going down here because I'd killed all the scamps in the other area, so now I've got to come down here and kill some more down in this lower part of the gardens. And I'm like, okay, there's too many over there, and oh yes, I also more copper. I did a bunch of mining earlier that I cut out, but I didn't cut out all of it because this one copper ore kept spawning, and so I just like every time it respawned, I just kind of went back and grabbed it again. Yeah, I kind of figured out that if I can kill the first guy pretty quickly before he spawns some helpers, or before they start hitting me too hard, then I can usually survive the attacks better. But there's 3 of them. Well, there's 2 right here, which means it'll be a total of 6. If I allow both of them to spawn helpers. Yep, see, there we go. And that's how I got killed in the first place. I'm here, I'm just trying to hit them and kill them as quickly as possible, because that was the one mistake I made earlier, is I didn't kill them fast enough, and didn't realize my health was going down as fast as it did. So I was trying to be more careful in that regard here. Alrighty. And I'm also doing some herb gathering here as well, since I happen to be in the area. Since she's an herbalist and a miner, so two gathering professions. If I do professions at all, I think I've said this before, but I do either mining, skinning, and or herbalism. So since she's a monk, I decided herbalism was probably more up her alley than skinning. Alright, oh, I think I was like, oh, I see some more herbs. I want to go get them before I turn these quests in, because it's entirely, I was guessing that once I turn this quest in, I kind of phase into another part of the game, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose out on leveling up my herbalism, because I kind of was ignoring it for quite a while, and I hadn't been leveling it up, so I'm like, okay, I better try and grab some of these while I can. Nothing like picking flowers in a beautiful garden on a beautiful day. Yep, and there's a bit more copper as well. I just don't want to level out of this area and not have high enough level for herbs and ores and things, because that's a mistake I've done in the past, where if I don't keep up with everything, and I don't level up my skills, then I get to an area where everything is too high level for me to gather, and so I have to go back to the low level area and level up my gathering skills and then continue. And so I kind of like keeping my skills apace with the areas that I happen to be questing in. Alright, so now we're turning in our quests. And we got another player over here as well. Fu Manchu, that's kind of funny. Alright, and so we're kind of seeing what's happening with Master Sheng Xi now, and with the ritual he's performing.
When he must pass on and plant his stave with the staves of his ancestors. Today is the day when my staff joins these woods. Their lives on this great turtle, in hundreds of years, has anyone spoken to him? Now Shenzhen Su is ill, and we are all in danger.
Yep, and basically he just planted his staff there, and basically it's the end of his life, is basically what we're seeing here, is he's kind of saying goodbye and saying thank you for all your help.
Speak to the great Shenzhen Su and do what must be done to save our people. You've come far, my young student. I see within you a great hero. I leave the fate of this land.
And there he goes. So Master Sheng Xi is now no longer with us, but his staff has bloomed into a cherry blossom tree, which is kind of neat. Alright, so I think I also picked up some new equipment by turning that in, so I was just checking that. And now we're off to the balloon, which we'll be traveling on in the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode, and until next week, bye-bye.